Welcome to the next project, fourth project of JavaScript, and today we have got a new application that I have built and I have decided to share with you. So this is the application. You see here is a moving background in background. I personally think that it's very beautiful, and you see this here is h1 tag. So, and as you see, when you hover, the text of the button is changing here, and the color as well. Whenever I click, here is a pop-up. So the main goal of this project is pop-up. However, this project is also CSS heavy. So if you want to learn it, so the only thing, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and write on comments what you think about it. So I actually built it once, and I'll remove everything from here. I'll get rid of these guys as well. Here it is, and I'll get rid of these guys. So let's get started from the very beginning. So pop up, and let's link our project from here, right here, and let's connect our JavaScript file like this. So guys, first of all, as you see, we have nothing here, and let's look at the structure. Here we have container. If you look at the structure of our application, so we have here header, and then we have section. In the section we have button, right? And in the button we have span, right? So, and then modal right now is display none. When we click, it becomes, you see, display block, as you see. So guys, let's get started then. So what we do is, let's build our header. Inside of header h1, inside of h1 span, and we will say let's, and the next thing, see what we have, something like that. And then container section with the class of container, and then we will have button with the class of btn. So I'll put btn instead of span, and I'll explain later why I did this. And right now we have to build our modal, and then modal contents, like this one. Instead of model content, we will have close button with the class name of close, and then here it is. This is the close sign. Then let's write here hello world. Guys, you may change it. You may add something from the previous project to this pop-up image. Actually, I wanted to do this, but for the very beginning I decided to keep it simple. Right now we will focus our attention on pop-up and some CSS properties. So guys, and then I want to make horizontal line, and then some paragraph with Lauren of 30, as you see. So we have got everything ready, and let's look what we have. Let's look what we have here. Look. Let us look what we have here. This is the close button with the class name of close, as we saw. By the way, about background image, I got it from here. Here is the background image. I will leave the link in the description. Here it is. Let's move to the styles. By the way, I will copy this guy. You see, I copied it, and I'll move to the CSS. First of all, guys, I have got everything ready. I have prepared the project for you. Let us not waste a lot of time to the CSS. You may pause the video and copy it, something like this. Font size of 10 pixels. I will use some RAM elements. I will use some RAMs. That's why by the default in the HTML font size is 16 pixels, but right now I made it 10 pixels. So guys, let's copy the previous guy right now, and let's make it like this. So here it is, and let's check what we have here. Here it is. You see, guys? Let's continue. Let's carry on our project. By the way, right now when I use RAM, one RAM is equal to 10 pixels. By the way, I forgot to mention this. And let's add this body. Display flex, the flex direction column, align item center, justify content center, and I decided to make background of transparent, and I don't want border color here in this project. Height of 100 view, port height, and width of course is 100 as well. So let's look what we have. We have here everything centered, you see. But right now we will target our BTNs and our modals. We will style BTNs and models. By the way, we didn't style header yet. Let's make it like this. I aligned text in the center. I made text align center. You see? Here it is. The next thing is I'll target H1 inside of the header. I add font size of 3.5 RAM, font weight, and line height. You see some changes here. You see, here is change. Right now I want to target the span element. I'll add font weight to the span of 700. You see, it becomes bold. It became bolder. Right now I'll target container. I don't need this guy actually. Here it is. Display. I targeted the container, and after this I will need to target BTN. So for the BTN we will stop a little bit longer. Here it is, BTN, like this one. So I wrote here BTN. So guys, I got rid of outline and border. What happens if I will not do this? Look what happens. You see here, I don't like this when I press it. You see, when I click it, I don't like it. So that's why I decided to get rid of from outline and border, and right now it's not. You see, it's okay. It's not being pressed like that one, like in the previous. I added some padding from top and bottom and left and right 10 pixels. Border radius of 4 pixels. Background. I hope that you know what does RGBA mean. For those who do not know, I will say that RGB is black 000 black, and this is alpha. It is responsible for transparency. You see, it is a little bit black, but at the same time it is transparent, you know, background is visible, transparent. Color of black, width, height property, font size of 1.5 rem, it means that 15 pixels, position relative, and box shadow. Box shadow, here it is. You see beautiful box shadow. So I will explain why I added position relative right away. So guys, whenever we have btn and we wanna hover that element, whenever we want to hover, I'll add following styles like this. You know, because of here is the nature, and I decided that the green fits to the nature. You may choose whatever whatever color you like. Color black, font weight of 600, border none, and box shadow none. Box shadow none. I think that I don't need border. You see, whenever I hover, here it is. So let's get rid of this as well. You see box shadow. Actually, I like box shadow. Let's leave it like this. And the next thing is, let's copy and I'll paste it. So btn. I want to target the span. Whenever I hover, I don't want this test. I want it to disappear. But instead, you know what I want? Instead, I want this guy. I'll copy and paste it right now. Instead, I want this guy. btn. You see? So why did I put position relative? Because position relative is responsible for absolute. For example, absolute, it needs parent. It needs parents. For example, relative is the parent of absolute. When you give to some property position absolute, it it looks for its parents. If there is no position relative, let's get rid of this guy. Initially, I should show the project. You see, click it right now. So first of all, you will need to put content when you use after pseudo element. Here I use after pseudo element. You see, after pseudo element. Whenever I hover, I want this pseudo element to be working. And inside of content, it is written click it. Remember, whenever you have pseudo element, you always must have content. Even though it's empty, it must be, sometimes it may be empty, you know, like this, but you must have it. You must have content. But in the content I wrote click it. Whenever I hover this, whenever I hover here on the button, here I see this. I see what? Here I see this text. Click it. Or you may say click me. And position absolute, it goes to the position of this. What happens if I remove it? Let's see. You see here where it appears. It appears on the top. I hope you see it on the very top. You see, you know why on the very top? Because I said from the top 10 pixels. You see, if I make 50 pixels from the top, it will go 50 pixels from the top. I hope that you see it's white, it's not visible so well right now. It will be visible. You see, here it is. I hope you see. But I want to leave it in the previous position, and I'll style position of relative like this. I'll leave it like it was here. So from the parent element, in order to make it everything in the center, I gave it from the top 10 pixels. You see, in order to escape this situation, I gave it 10 pixels. Everything is 0. Font size 15 pixels, and the color is white. I hope you understand, guys. So I want another action happen as well. Whenever I click on the button, For this one I use active. This one bit10 two dots and active. I want to transform to I want to translate to y axis into two pixels. For example, you see whenever I click right now the button is moving, you see. However, it didn't move. It is moving because this part of the code is this part of the code is responsible for this action, guys. You see, here it is. We are almost done, and right now we have to style our model. Model is this guy. So I'll copy it, guys. It is a long, it's CSS heavy, that's why I don't wanna waste our time, nor yours nor mine. I hope that I don't want you watching and being bored and observing how I type, you know. That's why I have got everything ready, and here I explain. You may pause the video and follow me, you know. So model, display none. Right now we will not see anything. We will not see. Model is disappeared because this piece of code is responsible for that action. I'll comment it out. In order to comment it, guys, it is up to what operation system you use. I use Kali Linux, that's why I press Ctrl Shift A. I don't know what is responsible for this action in Windows machine, but in Kali it is Ctrl Shift 8. If I'm not mistaken, in Windows machine it's the same stuff. So guys, position fixed, left. I don't wanna go with this model to go anywhere from left, and top. You know, if I go like this 50 pixels, you see what happens. You see, it moved from here. I don't want this. I want it to be 0. It's okay for me. And right there as well. You see, everything is 0. If I put to right of 50 pixels like this, no, it's not going. Okay, it's good that it's not going. Doesn't matter. Okay, I don't need right now. Top, let's add 50 pixels from here, from the top. You see, and width, of course, 100, and height of 100. Overflow auto background of alpha property. You may increase alpha and it will be like this. It's more darker. I like it even more. There's no 1 point like this. You see, it's cool. Or maybe 1, you may see. It won't be visible, I guess. Okay, I'll make it like this one. I like it even more right now. It's more darker, you know. So z index 1. If you wish, you may do it like this. It's okay as well, but I'll probably do like this. I like it more right now. So right now we have to target model content. Model content. Let's target it, guys, and here it is. Width of 80 pixels. Let's see what we have. We have this guy, you see. So for this one I will have to change the box shadow. I changed the box shadow in order to be no, I'm sorry. Here it is. Let's change it to the white because it's darker, much more darker. Here it is. Yeah, it's okay for me. Okay, I like it. Let's make it RGBA and like 0.7 like box shadow, you see. Let's make it 4 like this, you see. Yeah, it's okay. Make it 3 or 2. Here it is. Oh, beautiful, you see. So Inside of model content there is a paragraph, right, under HR. Let's make it like this, and margin bottom, it's margin bottom. Where is margin bottom? Here it is, 10 pixels. Like 2 rem, I will say. It will be 20 pixels. So inside of model there is what? There is H1. Inside of model there is H1, margin bottom 2 rem as well. Here it is. I'm adding some new properties, you know, something new. Here it is, guys. It's okay. So if you wish, you may remove both of this stuff. Here it is. It will be like this. You see? So guys, width max width of 60 rem, it means 60 pixels. Background color margin, it is responsible for the center position. I'll show you right now. You see, in order to move, you say margin 50% of top and bottom, and left and right auto. Text align center. I hope that you are all familiar. Padding of 2 rem inside. Padding is responsible for the inside stuff. Color, of course, white. Border radius 5 pixels, as you see. I think that everything is familiar to you. Position, I added here relative. Animation is slide. Let's say slide left, we will say. It will make more sense. I'll explain you right now why. Here it is, slide left. You see, guys? Here it is. If you look at our project right now, here it is. It is sliding left, from the right to left. You see? And then we will say guys, the next thing what we will do is, here it is, we will style our button here, close button. Position absolute, because the parent is relative here, you know, and from top it's 5 pixel, from the right it's 10 pixel, font size 20 pixel, and cursor pointer. You see, it is like here it is. So guys, if I remove the position relative this guy, it will lose its parent and it will go just right here. You see, from the top, let's make it like 50 pixels. You see, it will go down from the top. That's why, guys, I have position relative here. Position relative, it's here. So guys, we are done with CSS, and right now the only thing that we shouldn't forget to do is to give display none. Here it is. Right now we will add some logic of JavaScript here. So guys, we will need to start our model. This model, whenever we click on the button, we want the model to appear. What do you want else? Whenever we click X button, it disappears. We want it to happen here. For this one, I will say const modal is equal to document dot query selector, and we will say modal. So something like this, and we will say btn is equal to document dot query selector, and I'll target btn here. And the next one is close is equal to document, and the query selector I'll say close. Guys, I opened only one variable and I separated everything by comma. I don't want to open another variables for the separate buttons, you know. We may do it in this way, of course. For example, if you don't do it in this way, you should do like const, like you give name, you know, you open different variables. You may do in this way, but I more like it in this way. So what do we need? We need to target all of this. When we click on close, we want something to happen. When we click on button, we want the model appear. When we that's it. So for this one, we will say btn dot add event listener. Whenever when click on this one, we call a function, anonymous function, and you know it says open modal, and here we call function const open modal, and I'm sorry here, so here it is, const open model. What do we say? Model dot style dot display block. Let's see, here it is. Right now we need to close model. I'll copy this function, I'll paste it here, and I'll say close model, and I'll say display to none, like this one, and I'll say I'll target this close button, and I'll write it like close. Here it is, and like this. Of course it will not work. You know why? I am pressing it will not work. The reason is why it is not working. I need to call this function here inside of btn. Let me a second please, and here it is. I'll call this function here, just like this. You see guys, I hope that you like this project. I hope that I didn't forget anything. No, everything is fine. You see, I hope that you like it guys. If you like it, smash that like button, subscribe for that YouTube algorithm guys, and I'll do more beautiful amazing projects for you guys. Just support, it's not difficult for you and it's pleasant for me guys. See you in the next project.